Did you miss me? I said, did you miss me? Yeah. We are back, people. Let's get this stream up. Let's get it to work. Get it cracking. Come in, smash the like button. The huge. Bounce with me. All right. Where are we at? Best in the business, and it's not even close. I try to tell y'all, bro. I don't know if y'all thought I was lying. I don't know why y'all would have thought that, but there's no one doing it better than me, bro. I'm giving you all you can ask for as a boxing fan, and then some more. It's what it is. Hey, I need y'all to get the likes up. Likes or loot. Come on, let's work. We got some Gervonta Davis news. Just broke earlier. And we got to talk about it. All right. I'm almost finished and we'll be fully set up. What on earth? YouTube be playing sometimes. Joaquin, what up? Hey, Lori Reed, what up? Man, these Gervonta Davis haters are insane. I feel like y'all need Jesus. y'all trifling, but we gonna talk about it. Bro, y'all did all that for nothing. I can't wait to talk about it. Yeah, we gonna talk about it and clear the air. Bro, y'all some haters. And y'all snitches. But it's okay. Leave it to your boy Ego. We gonna get it in to talk about it. Y'all real life snitches, but I'm gonna talk about it in a second. Okay, we should be good. All right, I'm all set. So let me address the snitches. Y'all real life snitches. We gotta talk about it. Actually, before I get started, let me know where y'all from. City, state, zip code, area code, rock, and rep where you from. I need to see the comments go up. Chat, come on. Let me know where you from. And we can get busy. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. I'm so ready. Listen, I want to talk to the snitches. It's okay. But before I do, I want to see where y'all are from. Kenya B says she's snitching. Oh wow. That's all y'all doing it? Y'all just gonna snitch all year? Mm-mm-mm. Hey, YouTube be changing stuff. Why they change that? You can tell I ain't been streaming. Anyway, let's talk about it. Jersey City, 90044, St. Louis, North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Trinidad, Tobago. Tank fan since 2019. Mother effer is really snitching on YouTube. Bro, they snitching bad. Oh, man. We going to talk about it. Home of the Stop Snitching videos. Be More. Shout out to Be More, where you got to be more careful. Stop playing with it. Yeah, this one goes out to the snitches. Originally from Oakland. Yeah, my backyard. Shout out to Oaktown. Oakland, definitely the house. Frisco, Frisco. Hey, you know LA up in this. You know someone ratted on him. Shout out to Baltimore. My girl Lori Reed. I see you. New Orleans. Yeah, we got a full house. People from a little bit of everywhere. Free Tank. ATX. Shout out to Austin. Okay, TMZ broke the story. Gervonta Tank Davis has been arrested. He's in custody. Are you happy now? Are you snitches happy now? Listen, I'm here to talk to the snitches. Are you guys happy? Does your life change now that Tank is arrested? This is what y'all wanted, you little snitch. This is what y'all snitches wanted. Do you feel better? Do you have more money in your bank account? The kid Tank got arrested. Bro, they was out here acting like they couldn't wait. Like it was FBI's most wanted and John Walsh and them. Shout out to my boy Niter Johnson. $5, absolutely. Bro, they act like Tank was on America's Most Wanted. I used to watch that show back in the day. Let's start the night off right. Shout out to Niter. Seattle up in here. I'm glad he was brought in safe. Yeah. He was always going to be brought in safe. You know how much Tank is worth? You know what I mean? Why would he not be brought in safe? Like that's because the internet, y'all trust the internet. You let people like fool you and bamboozle you into thinking this was something crazy. Just thinking this was something crazy. Hey, how are we on the sound? I ain't been streaming. Do I need to go up in the volume? Hey, how are we on the sound? I ain't been streaming. Do I need to go up in the volume? Yo, I need y'all to rate the sound 0 to 10. I ain't been streaming, so I gotta make sure. Do I need to go up with the volume a little bit? Do I need to go down with the volume a little bit? Okay, 10 for some people. Nah, I'm crispy. Y'all want me to go up a little bit? I can't, you know what I mean? I can because a couple of people said it was an 8. Let me tweak one more thing. So we broadcast ready. All right, I cranked this up. I cranked that Soldier Boy. Yo, yo. All right, I went up just a little bit. It's the kid with the impeccable oyster bars. Stop playing with me, bro. Now, in case you're just joining me, TMZ reported Gervonta Davis was arrested. They put the man in cuffs. They arrested him, and he'll probably try to bond out. Y'all turned this into some like nationwide manhunt and all this stuff. Y'all was lying, saying the kid was in Cuba. I seen it. Tank a wild boy. Why? Why he a wild boy? Now let's talk to the snitches again. Does your life change at all because Tank has now been arrested? Because y'all was sure hoping and wishing and praying the man got arrested. So I'm just curious to the haters and the snitches, how's your life now? Do you feel better? Are you motivated? Are you working harder because Tank got arrested? Y'all corny, bro. Listen, I'm the last of the Mohicans in this boxing game. There's a lot of shills, people being paid off to say whatever type of message. There's a lot of people who are hating. Like you got the Devin Haney, the Haneyacks. You got the Shakur Stevenson fans, and they be hating on Tank. Keyshawn Davis and the fighters. They all be hating on Tank. All of them. And I'm the man that's real enough to tell y'all that. So y'all can say, well, oh man, Eagle, you're protecting Tank. Somebody said I was harboring a fugitive or something. Said Tank was living with me, hiding. Y'all corny, bro. Straight corny. Oh, my boy Kamal Oz, what up? Yeah, get those likes up. Now, let's talk about the snitches. The thing that trips me out, you look at the Haniac content creators, the Shakurians, right? We'll use them specifically. The Shakur fans, the Shakurians, and Devin Haney fans, right? Peep this. If you look at how the team's temperaments are, they talk this like, I'm from the mud. I'm from the trenches, right? Birds of a feather flock together, right? So how come these are the same fan bases that were so quick to snitch when it came to Tank Davis? Like Devin's pops, Bill Haney, was like, man, F your 50-0 Floyd. I'm 50-0 in the streets. Remember that? Man, I'm 50-0 in the streets. He said he got shot. He said he was beefing with Tupac Shakur. All eyes on me, right? This is what Bill Haney said. He said he from Deep East O, right? He said he was a major player out here. Devin Haney be trash talking like little spicy and what. Shakur Stevenson be like, I'm from the mud. I'm from the trenches. Lot. Why are these fan bases a bunch of snitches? If the people that your favorite fighter is claiming to be hood, I'm from Newark, New Jersey, I'm from Oakland, I'm from the Bay Area, right? Claiming to be hood, then why we got so many snitches? They like Tank over there. There go Tank. You had DJ Academic. Shout out to my boy Sura. Yeah. DJ Academics did a live stream advocating for and urging people to call 5-0 on Gervonta Davis to get 10K reward money by turning him in. He literally had a chat where he said, I already made the video about it. Bro, the man incurred, what part of like hip hop bloggers is that where they're telling you to snitch? I came up in hip hop. I rap, right? This has never been part of the culture. These dudes are like telling you, like, if you see Tank, make sure you call the federales. Oh, man. Keyshawn can't say anything about Tank Davis. He ducked Edwin De Los Santos. Kamal Oz out here spanking you. He ducked De Los Santos, missed weight, facts. He wants no smoke with the best at 140. Shakap Stevenson wants no smoke with old Shacky Foster. And my boy Ernesto Tito Mercado, you right? There's zero buzz for his fight this weekend because he has zero star power. Bro, he has zero star power in brittle hands. What a combination. let's be very clear. These dudes in boxing are jealous and envious of Gervonta Tank Davis. Yeah, I said it. They are jealous of the man. It is very clear. They are jealous of him. Only jealousy and envy can make people act this way. Like where they encouraging sucker-ish. Right? And I know Shakur be watching my content. I have a funny feeling the boy that fixed his teeth, he be watching my content. You know why? Because he tried to clean it up. Boxingego put Shakur in the hot seat, and then he did an interview with Brian Custer. He tried to clean it up. I'm telling you, in boxing, I'm the one that make everything move. You look at my thumbnails, my titles, my talking points. My DNA is all through this boxing game. I run boxing with an iron fist. Me and Ego's army. If you just watch, I promise you, I'll do my thumbnails a certain way, put the colors a certain way. Now everybody's comfortable. They do their thumbnails the same way. And it's still not touching mine. I have these talking points. Then you hear Tim Bradley and whoever else doing podcasts telling you what I told you from day one, before they even did an interview, before they did their podcast. Whether they mention me or don't mention me, you know deep down inside where it came from. So Shakur, I firmly believe either he or someone on his team, they definitely heard my talking points, because if you listen to his interviews, he keeps saying, oh, then they're going to say I'm contradicting myself. You might as well just say Ego said I contradicted myself, because I'm the one that started that. I'm the one that counts out here, right? And he was like, man, these people, they not going to give my credit. They hate winners. Shakur Stevenson, he a good little fighter. But in my opinion, he is a narcissist. Very narcissistic in nature. And Clarissa Shields, another good fighter, also narcissistic. The reason being, the way you can tell is there's zero accountability, right? Every single time, it is always other people's fault. You cannot trust people like that, where every situation they tell you about, every storyline, they are the victim. I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm a human. I don't even care about boxing. I'm a human. I'm a man before any of this. I've made mistakes. I've gotten it wrong. I've done things that maybe I shouldn't have did. I'm not always the good guy in every story. Sometimes players up. But every single time Shakur Stevenson talks, it is always someone else's fault. He'd be like, oh, man, I don't even care about him. Man, they don't want to give me credit. People hate winners. No. We hate what you're saying. We hate how you're acting. It don't have nothing to do with hating winners. In fact, Kobe Bryant is one of my favorite athletes of all time. Winner. Michael Jordan's one of my favorite athletes of all time. Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, Allen Iverson, Bruce Lee, Jimi Hendrix. These are iconic people. Tupac Shakur. I can keep going. Jimi Hendrix, right? Michael Jackson, Prince. These are all like iconic people that you'll see I've been influenced by over the years. Chris Brown, I'm a big fan. These are all winners. Everybody I mentioned is a winner. And like innovator, did things their own way, blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the super chat from Kamal. All right. Kamal says $10. Much love to my brother Kamal. Keyshawn Clout Chase Frank Mark. Oh, I wanted to hear that. I'm so glad he said that. He was talking hella loose, and then Frank pulled up to him to check his temperature, and he had different energy. Now he wants no smoke with Frank Martin at 140. Dude is phony. my boy Kamal, I don't even know I'm on this track. I should let Kamal ride on y'all bit made suckers, right? Here's the thing. I'm not even talking about the quality of the fighter. We talking about the man, the person, the character. If you like the way Keyshawn is rocking lately, hit the unsubscribe button. Me and you have nothing in common. Me and you ain't gonna see eye to eye. Me and you, we don't live by the same rules. We don't live by the same credo. We are not from the same generation. Even if you're my age or from my same generation, clearly we don't have the same beliefs and values. So please unsubscribe from Boxingego if you rock with not him as a fighter, but rock with the behavior that we're seeing from a lot of these young fighters like Keyshawn and Shakur. If you rock with that, you don't rock with me. Even if you think you rock with me, you don't really rock with me because it's 2026. We eliminating the phonies. We pulling the mag light out. I got a flashlight and a mag light. Bro, they said don't start a war unless I got my bag right. I got a flashlight and a mag light. What I gotta say it like Cassidy? Huh? They said don't start a war unless I got the bag right. I pull out the flashlight and the mag light. Well, I gotta say it like my boy Cass. Bro, you versus me, that's like a featherweight versus a heavyweight. The pump make you levitate. Bro, I'll hit y'all with the bars. I said, that's like a featherweight versus a heavyweight. I'm heavy in every state. Pump make you levitate. Bro, I'm gonna make y'all levitate this year. Stop playing with me. The pump make you levitate. That's an unfair battle like a featherweight versus a heavyweight. Bro, come on, bro. With the bars, I been an ape. You would get ate like a dinner plate. Bro, I'm like Kugler. I get the sinner's cake. Bro, I get the sinner's cake. You would get ate like a dinner plate. I been an ape. What y'all talking about? I been him. I been just because I ain't been going live don't mean nothing. We exposing all y'all frauds and phonies. Pack it up. You see what happened to Haney? Nah, what happened to the boy? Bro, I said I been an ape. You would get ate like a dinner plate. I'm on my Michael B and Ryan Coogler. I'm getting that sinner's cake. Bro, I'm getting sinner's cake. Don't make me spank you. I'm your seafood. I'll demonstrate. Bro, I'll demonstrate. I don't even freestyle, but I'll cut one of y'all up. I'm a dictator. I'm a dictator. I've been a dick. You like Connor Ben popping dirty off of the eggs Benedict. Bro, I said I'm a dictator. I've been a dick. You kind of been off eggs Benedict. What y'all talking about, bro? Hanky got beat by the video queen, right? What you talking about? Y'all acting like it's something new. I don't know what y'all talking about. Let's get back on track. Let's get focused. All right, I gotta get focused because I don't know what y'all talking about. I ain't buying this fight card. I will listen to your fight call. The main event will probably be as exciting as watching paint dry. Facts. Hey, and then they went to the Knicks game and put him in the sidelines. They had him out of bounds. Bro, there's no buzz for this fight. You ain't got no buzz like bees with no stinger. They had them at the basketball game, the Knicks game. The crowd wasn't even worried about them, and they put them out of bounds. How you do a face-off out of bounds? They did a dog. They did a face-off with him out of bounds. That's crazy. Like, imagine Mayweather Pacquiao, and the crowd don't even care about the face-off at another sporting event. and then they put Floyd, my boy Floyd. Like I said, Manny Pacquiao, he's a hungry champion. But at the end of the day, the only thing God made perfect was my record. Imagine, bro, imagine them putting Floyd. Bro, Floyd was so big, they would never put Floyd face off in the out of bounds like they did Shakur. And Tio. How you get your teeth fixed and they show you less? Huh? I said, how you get your teeth fixed, you fix the gap, fall into the gap, fall into the gap. How you get your teeth fixed and then they want to show you less? Now you got the Kool-Aid smile and they promoted this fight like dog You like Chris Brown too. Now we all know your type. Huh? Hey, bro, get him out of here. You zesty as hell. He says you like Chris Brown too. Now we all know your type. Get him out of here. That was suspect, bro. So forget that I said Michael Jackson, who was black and white, Tupac Shakur, who was dark skinned, and everybody else, and then you pick out Chris Brown and try to flip it on me. Bro, get him out of here. Bum. I'm back. Bro, get these zest monsters out of here. Bro, the king of pop is back. These dudes is really fruity. Oh, you said Chris Brown, so we automatically know your type. Am I right? Bro, Michael was black and white. What are y'all talking about? My boy. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Skinhead, that everybody go. It's a waste of like, bro, he was black and white. Y'all trying to throw Chris on me. I said Kobe Bryant. I said a whole bunch of people. You try to make this something it wasn't. Get him out of here. Bro, get these zombies out of here. We walking y'all down all 2026. I promise you that. We walking them down. Oh, we know your type, bro. Michael was black and white at the same time. Another day has gone. I'm still all alone. How could this be? You're not. What are y'all talking about, bro? What's good? Ego Tank's been captured. Yes, he was arrested in Miami. The haters, I hope y'all happy. The man got arrested. We'll see what's next. Fruity booty. Bro, yeah, get these fruit roll-ups up out of here, bro. Oh, yeah, Chris Brown, huh? Oh, we know your time now. Now that you said breezy. Whatever. This what happens when you the GOAT. They come start sending weird shots at you. But anyway, let's get back to it. Michael Jackson and Prince equal to me. Nah, they gotta be equal. I can't pick. They both got because Prince was bad too. Prince was so bad, he sounded like a girl and a guy. Prince was so bad, he get on a track and make a sound effect and it was raw. Prince was like, woo, like Prince, bro. Do you know how raw you have to be to not like say words and the song is raw? Bro, he would just make sound effects and the track was slamming. If I were, would you let me trust you? It help me take off your clothes before I go out. Not that you'll help. But sometimes being in love about hey, Prince, hey, hold on. Hey, Prince is my dude too. Hold on. Would you let me try it? Bro, that's the Devin Haney and Shakur fan. Would you let me trust you and help me pick out your clothes before I go out? I think Shakur is a sacrificial lamb for Tio and Dev, and Bud dipping on turkey is going to go to the Cards Tio by decision. All right, we got a $5 shout out to Inner GLS Key, $5. God bless you. Tio, okay, he's picking Tio. Now I'm rocking with Shakur here, but I'm not sleeping on Tio. It's respect to both fighters. Respect. But for me, Shakur's been more consistent, so I'm gonna rock with consistency over anything else. Yeah, rest in peace to Prince. Being in love about that's game blouses. How would you like some pancakes? Ego, good to see you doing live streams. The boxing world needs the Batman, the best in the business, and it's not even close. Shout out to my girl, Octavia. What's up? Yeah, bro. I can't pick Tio. He too spotty for me. You're like a girl on her time of the month. He too spotty. You too spotty for me. And like he just weird, like talking about black people, but you trying to listen to black music. I don't rock with none of that. We ain't rocking with that. But if I really thought he was gonna spank Shakur, like, and I was confident, then I'll pick him. Cause I don't care about the character. We here to talk about the fight game. My boy Tao from Paris, what up? Yeah, we just talking about the tank haters. We talking about the tank haters. Now, it could get interesting if Shakur, because Shakur, his hands is made of like paper mache or something. If he got hand issues or any type of like get a cut or something, then it would be real interesting because we never really seen Shakur fight someone as good as Tio with that type of like disadvantage. Bro, and let me tell you, this is no disrespect. I don't trust none of these young dudes at all. What I mean is, like, the generation before this new generation, I trusted two people, like really trusted them. And by trust them, I mean in the boxing ring, I trust you're going to get it right and make the right impactful decisions. That was Floyd Mayweather and Andre Ward. Those are the only two people that I would trust that they always going to make the best applicable decision. I'm going for Shakur. He's going to get robbed. We're going to see. Shout out to Inner GLS Key. For me, the only people I ever trusted in this recent generation, and that was a generation before these new cats, Ward, Andre SOG Ward, and Floyd. I trust that they're not going to that they're going to be disciplined, make their weight. If they get hurt, they're going to make the right decision and not try to slug it out or something goofy. I don't trust nobody in this new generation. None. Now, I'm not saying they're not good fighters or skilled fighters, but I wouldn't, like, for example, if Shakur fought if he fought Maidana and had a cut over his eye, bleeding into his eye, like Floyd was, Shakur might mess around and get stopped. I'm not even being funny. I don't think Shakur nice enough to fight a guy like Maidana who's bigger and stronger and wild and like chopping and awkward with them punches, and you got a cut over your eye, blood leaking, you can't barely see. These dudes ain't that nice. They could be nice, but they not that nice. Like them older fighters, like James Toney, like Floyd. They not nice like that. They cool. I wouldn't trust. I'm being real. They told me Devin is the face of boxing. Yeah, all right. Yeah, Eddie Hearn said there's no money for the Lewis Crocker fight. Hey, come on, be bodying y'all. Now he's attaching himself to Shakur Tio. Bro, that's all the Haneys do is attach to leech onto Tank's name, Shakur T.O. fight, whatever. Like, again, there's good fighter. Like Abdullah Mason really got dropped by a dude with bald head and like a rat tail. You see what I'm saying? So you're not the finished product. He was getting hit by Sam Noakes. Sam Noakes, who's cool, but he really was a domestic level dude. And you getting rocked up by Sam Noakes to the point where if he had a bit like tank power, you might have been asleep. So I don't trust these new fighters. Not now, at least. Maybe in the future, if they, after consistent performance, then we can get there. But I'm talking about right now. And that includes Shakur. Shakur's good. Don't get me wrong. But his defense is not Pernell Whitaker. His defense is not Floyd. I see what troubles Shakur. Abdullah got to tighten up. Yeah, he get hit a little bit too much. I like him a lot, but I'm being real. Debo Dev ain't got nothing Debo about him. That's Bill Haney just made that up for him. Bro, if you Debo, then Ryan was Craig with that brick. Get him, Craig. Get him, Craig. Bro, if Devin is Debo, then in the Ryan Garcia fight, Ryan Garcia was Craig Ice Cube with that brick in his hand because he was we be clubbing. Uh-huh. Yeah. He was clubbing you with that brick. Remember when Nia Long was like, all these niggas around here might be afraid of you, but I'm not. And Debo was like, shut up. And slapped her down. And Craig, man, Debo, that's a female. Bro, you remember my boy Q was like, hey, Debo, that's a female. Q act like that in every movie. Man, come on, Debo, you tripping. You tripping. That's a female. It don't matter, bro. 21 Jump Street. Same dialect, same accent, same inflection. Man, what y'all rationing the string beans? Y'all got ration on these beans? Boys in the Hood. Mama, dear mama. Shut up, bitch. Bro, Cube in every movie. That's the same energy. He was Anaconda. You mean to tell me there's snakes out here this big? Uh-huh. Yeah, bro. Get this nigga out the jungle. Bro, he came to the jungle. He in the Amazon hunting snakes and don't know nothing about the size of the snake and that. Bro, in real time, we was watching them movies and they were, oh, this is good with some popcorn. But if you think, bro, why would they have you hunting, like you straight from Bompton, you straight from South Central, talking like that in a snake movie with a bandana? Hey, bro, they not sending you on the mission. They not sending you on the Anaconda mission talking like that, bro. Sounded straight out of South Central. Hey, you mean to tell me there's snakes out there this big? Huh? Like, bro, if you don't get your ass back on the boat, they was wild. Anaconda. Hey, I ain't gonna front. I ain't even watch it. I just seen little clips. That War of the Worlds, I can tell it was trash. Amazon Prime, I almost canceled my membership because that was some trash. Ice Cube was saving the world from a Zoom meeting. Like in a Zoom meeting, how you gonna fight aliens from a Zoom meeting? The whole time, it was you, man. Harold, it was you. It was you, bro. Bro, get him off the screen. Why are you talking to aliens like that? They not finna understand that. Like you ain't talking to like No Jumper or something. Full extra. It was you. Whole time it was you. It was you out there. Man, like the aliens like me beep beep mop me. They don't know what you talking about. Bro, I can't watch that movie. That looked too crazy. Nicole Queen, what up? But let's get back to Shakur and Keyshawn. Yeah, I'm gonna let the fans vote. Keyshawn or Shakur? Who gonna get the work? I'm gonna get the work off on one of them. Y'all let me know. Keyshawn or Shakur? Either one. They both can get it. Yeah, get the likes up. Y'all some bums. Y'all some bums if you ain't hit the like button. All right. All right. More Shakur. All right. So the other issue with Shakur. This man keeps saying he is little and these other dudes are way bigger than him, but he looked huge. I made a video about it, but he looked huge in the fight week for a 140-pound fight. Huh? Make it make sense, people. How does that work? How are you claiming to be so small and so petite and so little, but you acting like we don't have eyeballs? Like we can't see how you're looking. I'm not understanding that. Hey, if y'all get the likes closer to 200, I'll show you the Tank mugshot. Your boy Ego obtained a copy of the Tank mugshot. Get the likes closer to 200 and I'll show y'all. But hurry up. Hurry up. Shout out to Kamal. I'm gonna get with that comment in a second. If y'all want to see the Tank mugshot, I got it for y'all. We ain't wasting no time. We getting straight to the topics. Please do not hold the chat up. Do not front on the chat. You know I'm the best. You know I'm working. You know we gonna make 2026 an amazing year. We got to get the likes up. Oh, we not even at 100. Yo, let's try to get closer to 150 then. I thought the likes were higher. So keep going with the likes. I'm gonna show y'all. And if you want me to make a video about it, type do that. If y'all want me to make a updated Tank video and kind of go over it, because we're not gonna go over all the details in this live stream, but I already did a video about it. Type do that. The moment y'all been waiting for. And y'all said Tank was on a run, like he was living in the sewer or something. He looked regular. He don't look like he was that undercover. And y'all lied said he was in Cuba. Bro, he looked like regular Tank right there. He don't look like he don't have like the 5 o'clock shadow, like he ain't getting no cuts. I don't know where he was at. But again, I'm not a cop, so why should I know where he was at? Y'all some pigs. Y'all pigs out here. Y'all talking about bring the man to justice. Bro, these dudes claim to be street dudes, but they were like, we must apprehend him. They turned to Tommy Lee Jones and the Fugitive. I want you to search every in-house, out-house, dog-house until we find our fugitive. Bro, you see how they turn into them laws real quick? And listen, there's nothing wrong with the laws, but if you the law, then say you the law. Be like Judge Dredd. I am the law. You know what I mean? Announce that. But the problem I have is you have these dudes that keep saying they street dudes and that they live by the street culture and all that. But then you're like, Catch Tank. He's bad for boxing. Arrest this man. I want him off the streets. Y'all corny as hell, bro. Niter. Appreciate my guy. Like, salute. Everybody has to play their part. Listen, I'm trying to raise the capital to get this new Mac that I want. So the editing can be faster, sharper, and more on point. So support the channel. I'm going to continue to build and upgrade the equipment. If you want to support that, I'm boxing's last defense. The Batman of boxing. So if you want me to upgrade the Batcave, let it be known then. My link me gets to all my links, different ways to support, free options, paid options. Let's work. Because we about to enhance. I'm about to take it up one way or another. It just depends on how long, it's going to take. But we'll get there. Streets don't love nobody. How did the likes go down? See, they be hating. It's whatever, bro. As long as my money right, me and YouTube is good. But yeah, anyway, a bunch of street dudes was like, arrest this man. I want him off of the streets. I didn't even have to respond to that dude. The shooters handled him. Shout out to the shooters. And you know what's funny to me? I'm not saying what Tank is going through. I'm not saying what he's going through is funny, but it's funny to me to think that Tank going through this stuff is bigger than Shakur and Tio's whole fight that's actually this weekend, right? That's the part they don't tell you about. I kept it real from jump, so I always told you that. Tank is a star. Again, Gervonta getting arrested. Like, we don't have no details. He don't have his court date. We don't know what. All we know is he got arrested. I could do a whole stream about it, and we good. And people are clicking and wanting to find out, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, DAZN and Shakur and Tio got a whole fight this weekend. The buzz has been negative. Nobody's really, really talking about it. They did a little, Tracy Morgan spot with Shakur. Nobody care about that little stuff. Hopefully it's a good fight, but I'm just talking about the promo. The promo been weak. 7 days. It's been weak. The promo being hella trash. I haven't seen nothing good. Bro, it's corny. They had Shakur hitting a drum to Whitney Houston's song. Whitney Houston, that's not even Shakur's era. And so of course he missed his mark. He don't know about no Whitney. That was corny, bro. All these little, I get social media, but these little games, like blind rankings and who got the cutest outfit, they're trying to gentrify my sport, bro. I don't like it. They're trying to gentrify the sport we all love, talking about who got the cutest outfit. Who cares? If you ask Prime James Toney who had a better outfit, Evander Holyfield, he'd probably slap you. He would probably slap you. What part of the game is all the blind rankings and asking them stupid stuff? What part of the game is that, bro? Who cares about any of that? Shout out to Ego. This generation is chopped. Because look at who's leading the charge. The skilled fighter like Shakur, he calling out bullshit, but then supporting bullshit. Why? How you? He talking about blaming black people because Clarissa Shields being clowned in the news cycle. He talking about the black culture. It be your own people. How about Clarissa Shields is doing things that are getting on people's nerves? Why am I Will Smith in I Am Legend and I'm the only person keeping it real in this whole game? You know what I mean? Like Clarissa is talented, but her shortcoming is you keep responding to the internet. You're not going to win. You're not more powerful than the machine, the program, the internet. So the more you keep doing, the worse it's going to get for you. Man, y'all said Papoose is my manager. He not my man. Okay, he not your manager. Who cares? What about Krishan? I mean, whatever Franchon fight. This new generation sucks at marketing. They do not know how to make themselves likable. Like for example, imagine if Miguel Cotto acted like Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis. Do you think Miguel Cotto would be selling out MSG and Beloved from the fans if he acted like Keyshawn? Like, be real. I want to hear. If Miguel Cotto hadn't fought nobody, like Keyshawn ain't fought nobody, but he was acting like Keyshawn, would we all look at Miguel Cotto as like, all right, he was a certified, he one of them ones? Keyshawn's resume is doggy doo-doo. The guy we all wanted to see you fight, Andy Cruz, that beat you 4 times in the AMs, you never fought him. You never really sounded like you wanted to fight him as a pro. And then he finally loses to a Mexican American that got nothing to do with you. And you like, man, get him, Key. Get the belt, Key. Get the belt, Key. Here, whip him. Huh, huh. Who does that, bro? This generation is chopped and corny. Why are you celebrating? Why are you acting like you did it? Can you imagine if your man's smoked a chick and got the draws? GTD, got the draws, dog. Right? Your man got the draws. And then you get on a microphone bragging like, man, my boy hit that. My boy hit it. I hit it. I hit it. I hit it. Who does that? Who brags at the next man's accomplishment? That's like me as a YouTuber. I got mine a long time ago, but imagine somebody else gets their silver play button on YouTube for crossing the threshold of subscribers, and then I'm bragging that they got a new milestone in a plaque from YouTube. Why would I be bragging about their plaque? I got a plaque years ago, and I didn't even brag about my own plaque. I promise you, listen. I have my plaque from YouTube that I got dummy longer years ago, right? I have never even opened it. I can pull it out right now and it's never even been opened. I didn't do an unboxing video to show y'all. I never opened because I know I'm the best in the business and it is not even close. I don't need YouTube to tell me that. So the plaque was cool. You know, I'm appreciative that I earned a plaque or whatever, but I never even stopped to marvel and gloat because I got a YouTube silver play button. I literally, if I pull it out right now, it's never been open. They could have my name misspelled on it. I wouldn't even know. It could say Boxingego. I wouldn't know because I've never opened it. Because I'm like Denzel Washington, Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio. Whether the Academy acknowledges me as the best actor or not, I know I did a good job. Like Denzel, when he do the movies, it don't matter if he win the Oscar or not. You know he did a good job in the movie. Denzel has so many movies where he could have won a John Q. He easily could have won for John Q. A lot of y'all sleep on John Q. Denzel easily could have won for that movie. Yeah, okay, you mean so you saying I am not gonna bury my son. Bro, that was heartfelt. He was in the hospital with the blick, like, what's up? What up? Fix my son, or I'm popping all y'all. That man said, I am not gonna bury my son. Yeah, okay, doc. So you telling me, bro, that man, yeah, you telling me my son's gonna die? Bro, he could have got an Oscar off of that, just off the lip quiver, because he was that raw, masterful. He could have got one for Flight. Yeah, I know I was drunk, but nobody could have landed that plane like I did. Bro, my boy Denzel landed the plane high and drunk. That's some nigga shit, bro. You listen, you need an Oscar because you landed the plane and you was off that Hennessy and Coke or whatever he was on. Bro, he was drunk and high. Yeah, I know. I wasn't supposed to do it, but nobody could have landed that plane like I did. Bro, the man landed the plane drunk and high. Denzel a real He said none of y'all could have landed the plane drunk and high like I did. Yeah, I'm drunk right now. Bro, every Denzel movie a banger. Devil in the blue dress. Yeah, I gotta find the white girl, huh? Yeah, I need to find. Bro, every movie banger. But anyway, if Miguel Cotto acted like Keyshawn or Shakur, he would not be the legend that he is. Bro, social media and brain rot has completely taken over the chat. These dudes are in love with the camera and don't know what to do in front of it. And like Shakur, why are you always trying to sound tough? Shaquille O'Neal's from Newark in a harder listen. Based on his age, Shaquille lived a tougher life because life was tougher when, like, if you look at Newark, New Jersey, when Shaquille O'Neal was coming of age and growing up, or you look at Newark, New Jersey in the 2000s or whatever, when Shakur would have been a teen, right? You tell me when Newark was more gritty. That's like, bro, I'm from California, but I'm up north. I'm Northern California, right? In the 90s, gangs were so prominent, they had you afraid to go to LA. Y'all don't hear me though. The 90s, the game was different. Like when I started going to LA as an adult, right? And this was when gangs was still like really super active, right? You had to watch what you wore. Like I got a Boston Red Sox hat that I loved. It was a fitted. You feel me? I'm not wearing that to LA because I know in LA it means something different. You had to really watch how you dressed when you went to LA. Bro, now you see these dumb kids and streamers they be in Bompton or wherever. It's different. Back then you wasn't doing that. You were really because before they didn't have a camera on the street corners and every place didn't have no high quality, high res CCTV so you can shoot somebody or whatever and get away with it. Now, I mean, you see what like Nipsey, unfortunately, it still can happen, but it don't happen like it was happening back in the day because there's so many ways to get caught now. They got a lot of people who are willingly gonna snitch and stuff. Back in the day, a lot of them dudes lived by a code, like the mafia, La Costa Nostra, real gangbangers, real Crips. If you was a snitch, you were shunned and exiled from the hood. So we talking about different stuff. So I'm really questioning how gangster can Shakur even be, bro? You didn't even come in it. Like I'm talking about. Like, let me see when this kid was born. And I'm not advocating or glorifying street stuff, but what I'm saying is this. Okay, Shakur Stevenson birthday. Man, get this kid out of here, bro. I just pulled it up. Would you like to see? Bro, get him out of here. Get him out of here, bro. The kid was born in 1997. Bro, you weren't alive when it was cracking. You weren't even alive for the Tupac and Biggie beef, bro. Biggie was already dead. Tupac was already dead. You named after Tupac. You wasn't even alive when Tupac died. I'm here to tell you, call me a boomer, call me an old head. You wasn't even here when it was cracking. Look, I just showed you his birthday. His birthday, if you weren't born until June, Biggie died March 9th of 97, and Pac died like 6 months before in 96, in September, Friday the 13th, right? You were not alive during the Bad Boy versus Death Row, East Coast versus West Coast beef. So it couldn't have been worse than the people who actually lived and like was coming up. Bro, you had people from the East come to the West and it got funky. My boy E40 had the Goonies and they had Biggie in Sacramento. Look it up. They had him in Sacramento and it could have got ugly for Big. Oh, that's real. I was in Sacramento. Oh, that's real. Bro, it could have got ugly for your boy coming up out here. So Shakur wasn't even alive for none of that, bro. And you're like, man, I'm from the trenches. I'm from the mud, bro. You're not even from the East Coast, West Coast beef when it was really popping. I was 15 when Pac died and shed a tear. See, yeah, you in one of them real age groups where you was there for it. Yeah, so I'm just telling you, these kids was not even alive for a lot of cracking events. A lot of people died besides Tupac and Biggie. Duh, no Sherlock. That was one of the dumbest comments I read today. Internet erased a lot of fear of talking big and facing no retaliation. Kids have no idea how bad they got it back then. Facts. That was a dumb comment from whoever said a lot of people died besides Tupac and Biggie. I never said a lot of people didn't die, but I said you wasn't Shakur wasn't alive when it was cracking. You named after a guy that you weren't even born for, so that means your parents probably liked him. Ego Tank's bond is set at 16K. So 10% of that is 1,600. Yeah, I ain't bro. 16K for Tank ain't nothing, bro. Tank wipe his ass with 16K. So y'all better hope his bail is more. If you was hoping that he get pinched for longer, because 16K he finna be out in 20 minutes. 16K that ain't enough to hold him, bro. And the other goofy part, listen, let's be real. E40 is sick with it. Facts. Let's be real. Yeah, that low of a bond for alleged kidnapping don't seem right. Pac's sister got a dope interview with Art of Dialogue. It just dropped. All right, I have to peep that. My man got fish and chips. That's a legendary comfort meal. Okay. Here's the other thing about the Tank situation. He said Sibo the bald-headed nut. Let's go. Y'all don't know about this West Coast stuff. Bro, he probably is all out. If it was really 16, I ain't confirmed that. but people in the chat are saying that. But here's the thing with Tank. I, as a channel, as a person, as a content creator, I have never condoned a male putting his hands on a female. DV stuff. What it may say, I've never been arrested for nothing domestic, right? So you can say whatever you want about me. Never condone that. However, I do strongly believe that this was goofy, very, very goofy, that Miami Gardens did all this extra stuff for this particular charge. They were trying to use Tank. Like, you have to understand, some of these police departments are broke, right? They're broke. So the more money they can get, the more exposure, the more taxpayer money, and so on and so forth, the more attention. They're almost no different than any other cloud chaser, right? Like Gloria Allred or whatever. You notice all the females that sue somebody, she be taking the case, right? She be doing the case. Because when Miss Jackson was suing Floyd Mayweather, of course, if you're an attorney or lawyer, you want to be down with all that. You want to be down with like the biggest cases. Like you want to be the lawyer defending someone for the next O.J. Simpson type trial. So the point I'm making is when it comes to Tank is all of this stuff I told you from day one was super over the top. Like he was Jeffrey Dahmer. They were acting like Tank was the new Hannibal Lecter, and we got to catch this guy because he's a threat to humanity. He the new Hannibal Lecter. Well, hello, Clarice. There once was a census taker that tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Really, bro? Hannibal? Off a DV case? Like, really? That's what we doing, cuz? What happened to Jen Sushi and Q-Rap Pulev? Man, I don't even know where she at. Thanks, man. I watch your content because you're so good at it. When you're great, they speak for you. Shout out to my man. Bro, they acting like Tank was just the Hillside Strangler or something. You ain't never seen no DV case handled like this, where they did a full. Bro, that's what you do. I watch so many crime like dramas and like shows and docs and stuff. That's the type of stuff you do for Richard Ramirez. I remember Richard Ramirez, he was down south in SoCal running amok. Then he came up my way and he was in my backyard. He was in San Francisco and they were trying to find him. And they were doing these type of press conferences. Literally so what looks suspect to me is all this allegedly happened in October. You literally wait 2-3 months and then got this magical warrant against him. And then you run a press conference as if he like John Dillinger or Jesse James or something. Like he just been robbing banks at gunpoint. Like I ain't never seen no DV case handled like this. Again, not condoning it. Ray Rice, there's literally a tape that was on TMZ and publicly released of him in the elevator. I ain't never seen no all points bulletin nationwide. We got multiple agencies joining forces to apprehend Ray Rice. I never seen none of that. Yeah, Ray Carew, Ray Rice, none of these people. They try to make it like it was the OJ chase when he was in the white Bronco. I told y'all doing too much. Yeah, they got the Unabomb picture. Like Tank is just they doing too much. And then the Haniac content creators, they was happy. They're like, yeah, we got to get this man. Okay, now they got him. Now what? You think Tank's finna stay in the box? Come on, bro. But this is the level of corny that we have in the game of boxing. Straight up corn dogs. That like I don't have any enemies, but me and my character, I don't wish bad on people. Like I feel like if you wish bad on people, karma can still come to visit you. Like, you know what I mean? So I let karma handle it. Like I don't have to phone the cops and do all this other stuff. Tank's over there. I seen him at the 7-Eleven. They acting like Tank the new Bin Laden. That's what I'm talking about. Like for me, my approach has always been the same. Let all this stuff handle itself for real. You know what I mean? If Tank did this, then he gonna have to answer for it, and we'll see what the judge says. We'll see what evidence they got. Blah blah blah. If he gets off and she drops it, then hey, that's what it is. That's where it came to. So for me as a content creator, I was very conscious when I was reporting this not to interject too much of my opinion because I didn't really have an opinion because I don't know what the went on behind closed doors with some chick's testimony that they did the police also notice this. The black man, Gervonta Davis, the celebrity, they put his name all in this Tank Davis and the manhunt and we want the truth and multiple agencies working to infiltrate and capture this fugitive at large, right? The black man, his name was all on that. But then the girl, they said we want to protect her integrity, so we're withholding the name of the girl. So the girl, we don't know if she's telling the truth. We don't know if she's not. We don't know if it's halfway true. But she has the privacy to not have people in her business or looking for her Instagram, her Snapchat, her Facebook, right? Because her name has been withheld. But then Tank's name, all on the TMZ, fugitive at large, and nationwide, Tank Davis in Cuba, right? You see how the game works? And then in America, they say you are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, but it don't sound like it because people are like, oh, he did this before. And it don't matter if you did something before or not. You have to go through the judicial process and see what evidence, right? What evidence do they have? Where's the tape? How do you know what this? How do you know who hit who? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's why I was when in my reporting, I kept it real. I don't know what happened, good or bad. Nor do I care. For real, for real. If Tank is on some grimy stuff, he gonna have to pay for that. And if you have to cash out this chick, if you have to, whatever it's gonna be, that's what you got yourself into. But it's not my case to beat. They treated Tank like Warren Jeffs. Yeah, bro. Ego, is this a repost that has gone wild? Nah, TMZ reported it, and there's pictures of it. No, he really got apprehended or turned himself in or whatever. Look, this is not a test. I got the newest mugshot. Come on, yo. I don't come half cocked. Pause. Yeah, so no, it's not no like fake news or whatever. Okay, Damon Cole sent a cash app. Yeah, man, we working. He sent $5. He said this is $5 towards the MacBook. Shout out to you. It's actually a desktop Mac, but same thing. I already have a pretty new MacBook laptop. This is for my desk. So like Mac Studio, Mac Mini. But I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm just gonna invest back into the company, back into my company, back into my bread, and then we gonna do what it do. Where are y'all getting 16,000 from? I keep seeing that number floating around. 16K is whack, bro. Oh, hold on. I got the 16K. Look, if you get the likes to 200, I got breaking news. I just got it. Your boy Ego has obtained a copy. Hey, yo, I'm not playing with y'all. I just got it. Hot off the presses. Listen, if you want me to break it down, try to get the likes to. Listen, I need y'all to get the likes to 200. This is not clickbait. I promise you I got it. Yo, I'm going to tell you how this works. Like or loot, because if y'all don't participate, then I can't extend this live. And then that means I'm just going to make a regular video about it. Capiche? So for the people who actually want the content, if you're in here and you haven't hit the like button yet, now would be an amazing time to do that. Otherwise, I'll just get off and do a regular static video because we definitely going to get our money regardless. I'm trying to game y'all up. I got everything on deck right now. Floyd ruined Tank's career. That was super stupid. What is Floyd? Never mind. Some things are just too stupid. I don't even care what your angle is, bro. All right, Floyd ruined it. Whatever. Bro, I got the actual valid proof. I got to do an update. Shakur Twitter saying wouldn't hit the like button. Absolutely. I know the haters, they're not going to do it. The haters, they don't want to see us win. But good luck with that, buddy. I always win. Even when I lose, I win. Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to get everything queued up. In the meantime, please get the likes up. Come on, people. The more likes, the more it enables these live streams in a major way, bro. Okay. I want everybody in this chat to refresh your screen. I just updated the thumbnail with visual proof. So take a look at the thumbnail and then come back in here and let me know if you can see my updated thumbnail. I just updated it right this second. So I got actual proof for you. No clickbait. And if you want to keep going with this live stream, come back and let me know if the thumbnail updated. And then I'll pull it up on this screen, on this side, the real side. Come on, let's work. I promise you, I'm born for this. I updated the thumbnail. So the initial thumbnail you guys clicked on is no mas. It is no longer the thumbnail. Okay, so people are saying they can see it. Excellent, Smithers. Excellent. My boy Business Brain seen it. I told you, we as a boxing community, we got to tighten up. There are actual content creators who are giving you guys slop content, brain rot content that is full of clickbait. Now, I'm not opposed to putting your title in a cool, clever way, but we have content creation in the boxing space that literally, if you read the title, you click on the video, it has nothing to do with anything. So people are so desperate to try to get the click, they're actually lying to you. Your boy Ego, I don't be doing that. I don't be doing that. I give it like, I may make you want to click on the video, but it ain't cap. So when I say I have something, best believe I really have something. There's a lot of people, they'll force the click by lying to you in the title, and then you click on the video, and it's these bloated intros and outros, and then you're waiting and waiting in the video, like, okay, we got past the intro. Where's the stuff that the title says? Right? When Ego say, I've obtained a copy, best believe it. If I say I got the paperwork, I got the paperwork. Completely different. So if you like it, you like it. If you like being tricked and, clickbait, have at it. Me, I wouldn't like that. I don't like my time wasted. So support the real. Okay. That being said, again, no clickbait. If you like that, smash the like button. I got his jail number for you guys. 260-123-570. Booking name. I don't know if he was named after Kobe, but Gervonta, they put an extra A. Why they take his Instagram handle and put the extra A? That was weird. But anyway, Gervonta Bryant Davis, right? We having a paperwork party. Boom. Cases, arrest warrant, there's a number. Bond is set at 16,000. Bro, that looks weird. That looks weird, bro. So, man, hold up. Hey, yo, stop the beat. Hold up. That looks extremely weird. Now, I'm no lawyer. I am not a cop. I'm not a detective. I'm not a judge, right? But from my experience, that looks a bit suspect. When they announced Gervonta Tank Davis, right? They said this was a felony. He was a person of interest and a fugitive, right? They listed out a couple different charges, not the least of which was false imprisonment and kidnapping. I got to censor it. Kidnapping. Forcefully taking on and keeping them without their permission, right? And they were like, this is a nationwide manhunt and multiple agencies are banding together to capture this guy. He's a menace to society. He O-Dog, right? Why is his bond so low? And I'm not hating. I'm not saying I want it to be higher, but I'm really asking, if he did all this heinous activity that y'all saying, why is his bond, and he's a celebrity. He's a celebrity. So why is his bond less than 20K? And anybody who knows the bail bondsman game, you don't have to pay the full amount. You have to pay 10%. See, a lot of y'all young whippersnappers, you poo butt rookies, you never lived no life. You don't know. Your man's never got jammed up where you had to go to a bail bondsman or whatever the case is, or a family member or something. You never. And these are the dudes trying to act tough, right? Trying to act tough like they know everything. Want. But yeah, you only have to pay a percentage of that. He's saying 12%. I've seen it at 10%, but whatever. 10-12% of 16K. $1,800. Bro, y'all did all of this, talk about tanks in Cuba. So hold on. Let me get this straight. Y'all told me that Tank was in Cuba hiding out and evading the laws as a multimillionaire to avoid. He's already been arrested before. He already had a mugshot, so it's not like he has an unblemished record of no mugshots. But to avoid a bond of $16K, and he only has to pay 10% of that, roughly. Bro, the Tank haters, y'all in hell right now. There's no way. I think it's because it's what someone is accusing him of. But still, people said that Tank turn your. They were listen. You had content creators and people telling me and the audience that Tank needs to turn himself in so he don't get shot by the U.S. Marshals. Do you understand what I'm saying? They said he was hiding and on the run and in Cuba, and he had better turn himself in because it's going to go all the way left, and the U.S. Marshals and Dog the Bounty Hunter and all these people were tracking him down, and this was going to lead to a potential Mexican face-off. And if he wants to come in safe and sound, he had better do what's right. This is what they were saying, and y'all believe the. That's why I said there's a lot of low quality content in this boxing game, and y'all ran with that, and y'all dumb was leaving comments on people's platforms, Instagrams and TikToks and YouTubes or whatever that were making this type of content, and y'all like, yeah, Tank, turn yourself in. It's only gonna get worse for you. And then we did all that, not we, but y'all did all of that to now find out that he's in custody, and they set his bail at 16,000 for an kidnapping attempt, and not even a full-on kidnapping. It says attempt. So y'all talking about Tanks, like, bro, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. You literally have content creators who stated that Tank Davis's whole career is over now. This is the thumbnails. This is the talk. This is how y'all framed it. His career is over. He's done. You acted like he was a mass murderer, only to find out that he's being charged for an attempt. The paperwork, if you look at TMZ, it said they let he did all this rugged stuff allegedly. What did Cisco say? Do I got to grab the back of your neck to make you listen to me? Do you have to see me flashing the door? Bro, he grabbed the back of her neck. This is what they say, Cisco voice, right? Drug her like a caveman or whatever it was saying. Then he got her to the parking lot, away from her job, away from coworkers, away from bouncers, got her to the parking lot, allegedly, and then let her go. What the type of kidnapping is that? Bro, if I wanted to abduct somebody, I'm not going to get them away from people who would be concerned, get them into an underground parking lot at 4 a.m, and then let them go. Why? Like, that's why it says attempted. That's why it says attempted kidnapping. Y'all dumb as hell, boy. Now that, to me, that makes it a little bit more understandable why it's so low. If he actually kidnapped and ran it down and had her without food and water and tied up in the basement for days, it wouldn't say no attempt. I'm not Johnny Cocker. I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but I'm pretty sure it would not say attempt. So now, if again, I'm not a cop, we got to let it play out. If you're the DA, now you got to prove all this stuff or whatever, the client's word versus his word, right? Wouldn't Tank's defense be like, because Tank got money, he not going to get no public defender with the 4X belt on, sagging his pants. Like, come on, bro. He's not gonna get that. He's gonna get somebody quality to help him through this, right? Take me through there, take me through there, take me through there, take me through there. Like he gonna try to get someone valid. Let's be real. You're gonna try to get someone valid. Hit the likes. So that being said, Gervonta Davis is gonna get real representation. And now I would imagine they would probably poke holes at that or look at like, hey, why did he let her go if he's this like raging lunatic? You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Again, he has to go to court over it, but it don't look like what y'all told me it is supposed to look like. Put it that way. And it did have a red asterisk by it, which means bond information posted may not reflect the current amount. Call the detention facility for updated. So, but I mean, how much they gonna update it? Is it gonna go from 16K to 1.6 million in this type of case? Highly doubtful, right? And then again, y'all gotta pay attention and be tapped in about like these courtroom dramas and how they play out. One, Tank is being, I think, sued maybe in a civil case, so he could settle out of court, pay her off money and whatever to not proceed to a full-on trial. That's probably an option. Or, they're gonna probably start getting he's gonna get people look into her past. And what Tank said, I think it was on Twitter, but when this first happened, like right when the Jake Paul fight got canceled or whatever, Tank, if I'm not mistaken, he said on social media that this girl has done this before, right? That's what he said. Again, this is all allegedly. They got to sort this out, but I remember seeing Tank say something to the effect of the girl is like a gold digger or she has done these type of lawsuits trying to gaffle people. He said something that would infer that, right? That the girl has attempted this before, like to get somebody out some loot. So now, if it does go to court, whatever he was saying there, they're going to probably explore that. Like, hey, Your Honor, in 2021, in 2023, she tried this with an NFL player and blah, 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 and got a reward. So if you got pretty much this, if you got any skeletons in the closet, any dirt on like what you did or you done it before, they're probably going to look it up. That's all I'm saying. They're probably going to look it up, and in court, it's always going to be about your character and establishing character. So if you're able to successfully establish character or patterns, then that could be good or bad for depending on what you're trying to achieve. So that is it. We'll see how it all plays out. But not nearly the manhunt type of case that a lot of y'all painted this out to be. Y'all told me Tank was going away and threw his career down the drain. But from the first glance and the amount of the bail and stuff, the bond, it's not looking nearly like what it was represented as by a lot of the low quality content. That's why I don't get involved in that extra stuff and ad lib into it. You know what I mean? It's not my job to do that. It's my job to report the facts. Of course I'm a content creator. So if I have an opinion, then I'm gonna speak it. But in a lot of these cases, I let it play out because I don't know what happened. So why would I opine and be like, oh, he did it, he didn't do it, yeah, and I don't know what happened. That's why I'm like, and real talk, we've been here before. Tank had other girls say other ex or whatever, this, that, and that. 911 tape. You had a bunch of low quality content creators run his name through the mud, and then what? The girl recanted. The girl said, "Oh man, my bad," and then the case was dropped. So with that type of track record, I don't know how these things are gonna play out. I'll just be here to report it. Any questions? I'll try to help y'all. Do y'all have any questions for me? Because I did a thorough and hell of a job in this live stream. Do you have any questions? I'll try my best to answer it. Anybody have any questions? I don't know if the chat's lagging a little bit. They made full statements like he was armed and dangerous. The live was lit. Shout out to Ego Veli in the army. Shout out to Troy Hutch. What's up? They made a big deal over this ish. The ninja out here body on camera and they don't got the damn marshals after them. Yeah, I'll do a Boxingego watch party. That's a great question for Shakur and Tio. I'll probably just do it for the main and co-main event. So definitely come back on Saturday. I'm curious enough about the fight, and it's kind of like the first card that we're really getting of this year that piqued my interest at all. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll do the watch party. So make sure y'all hit my link me, subscribe, and come back for the watch party. My man said free tank. Yeah, y'all capped a whole lot. Y'all did a whole lot of capping. Talking about Tank is a fugitive at large and in Cuba. Bro, why you gotta go to Cuba for a 16K bond? Y'all Cole, you stupid. Y'all dumb as heck, bro. Did all that clout chasing, all that trying to drag Tank's name through the mud, and look where it got you. And I know it's coming from Shakur fans, Keyshawn fans, and Devin Haneyacks. That's where the energy's coming from. That's why it's best to just shut up, let these things play out, continue to let it play out, and then, get some clarity before you start like throwing out a bunch of opinions. And I blame the fans too, because you guys watch the low quality content at times because it's shocking clickbait. And then you'll leave all these comments about Tank's future and, oh man, I'm so disappointed in Tank and this is a bad look and Tank's going to prison. I literally seen a post. It said Tank is facing 21 years in prison. You guys are stupid. Point blank, period. Literally, you should be ashamed if you put out Tank is facing 21 years in prison as a storyline. And then, like, I don't even know where did you get that? Do you get, honestly, I watch all types of like crime dramas and docs about people who actually did like unalive people and they got out in like 7 years, depending on the case. So would Tank get 21 years for attempted kidnapping? Like, come on, bro. 21 years? I don't even think that's true. But again, y'all fell for it. Y'all fell for it. Judging by this bond, it don't sound like is that. Content creators should get sued for defamation. Man, something got to give, bro. Jay says marshals are looking for you. You get a 16K bond. Sound like a clout chase move from Miami, which is what I said from day one, bro. Remember, I said this seems a bit much for a standard DV case. Like, whether it was true or not, and again, I'm not condoning or saying I advocated for it, but whether it's true or not, I never seen a DV case handled in this. Like, I'm not trying to put no one on blast, but boxer Marcus Brown got a couple of DV allegations against him, right? Never once did I see a televised press conference with the media there like they got the Son of Sam or something. Like they got Diddy and raided his house or R. Kelly. I never seen that. That's what I told y'all from day one. My information is so valid, bro. I never say I go watch my day one video the day this news broke. I was like, that seems a tad much. It seems a bit much that Miami Gardens PD did all this extra stuff. It like and made it look like for example, I'm out here in Northern California. There was a dude who was unaliving people and attacking people in Stockton. This is not that long ago, maybe a year ago, right? And he was like randomly attacking random people. I didn't even see them do all this for him. Tank, like, y'all said he was a menace to society, like he was attacking random people and he has rabies or something. You know what I mean? So this Stockton dude that was running amok, they didn't have like this. It wasn't as big and televised. Some of you probably don't even know about the case. You could look it up though, right? So I'm like, why is Miami Gardens doing all this stuff with full on media there, doing a press conference like they got all this extra stuff like to bury him with? Like I didn't see it. And then you look at other people like Jimmy Seville. Why y'all ain't do that for him? You got a black man like Tank and they doing all this extra stuff, but then you got a real like deviant in Jimmy Seville and nobody did all this extra stuff for him when he was alive. Okay. Shout out to my dude, High Level Boxing. What up? Yeah, man. So again, I'm gonna keep it real with what I'm seeing. It sounded like a lot of y'all was geeked, hating on Tank, hoping that it was the worst. But this looked like a scratch to me. Put it this way. Y'all said the leg had to get amputated, but for me, it looked more like a scratch. Is that a good enough analogy for it? I don't know how it plays out, but don't tell me you got to amputate the whole leg and put it on thick and then come to find out you need stitches. Tank, he might mess around, pay some money, settle out of court, womp. You know what I mean? Get some community service, anger management class. I don't know. I'm not a judge, but y'all told me he was getting his leg amputated. And to me, it's looking like scratch or stitches or something like that. Band-Aid level stuff. But y'all told me he was hiding in Cuba with Tupac and them. Y'all stupid, bro. I'm out.